Just go ahead and get it started, man.
Yes,
Baseline!
Episode 186.
optimistic.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
The original, baby. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm cut from a different cloth. My texture is the best fur.
Starting right off.
Chinchilla.
Starting right off.
That's alpaca. Yeah. So anyway.
Right off. With a verse.
Hey, man. Hey. It's been a minute, man. We ain't been here, so I gotta do something. I gotta do everything we need to do. You know what I mean? This is episode 186, y'all. We calling this one optimistic. P.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Everything's well, man. Good to see you, brother.
Man, good to
Like I
see
said,
you.
we weren't here last week. We just weren't here. Life was lifing, and we made it work, and now we back on track this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And new week, new episode number 186. Optimistic.
The optimistic. Dun, 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 dun.
See?
Yeah.
I told that's what he do, man. All the time, yo. He hear a phrase and it's a song, he just starts singing the song, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, man, we back, y'all. New week, new episode, man.
Like we said, we always happy to be here with y'all. We always happy to be here. It's been a minute. P said I was gone. I was enjoying. Shout out to the Comedy Cigar Weekend, which we do every October. This year we was in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I mean? It's nice out in Nashville, bruh. When I first heard last year that we was going to Nashville, I'm like, I'm cool. I'm going to go regardless.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's what we do. Like, that's what it's about.
Right.
But I'm glad I went.
Good.
Nashville's a nice city, man. A lot of times when you hear cities, you think of different nationalities and different races and things of that nature.
No question.
So, like, when you hear Nashville, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Like Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff like that.
Right. And that,
what is it? Is it Winona Ryder?
I think so. I know what
Something
you're
like
saying.
that.
But more of a country thing. And don't get it wrong. The heart of the city is country music.
Mm-hmm.
They have a section called Music Row where it shows a lot of country music. Like people like they got the Johnny Cash Museum. So it's an exhibit.
That's another name.
Yeah. So it's an exhibit like how they had in Brooklyn when they did the Jay-Z joint. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something like that. But hey man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot of black-owned businesses out there. You know what I mean? Went to a nice black-owned restaurant. Shout out to them. They called Noor. Food was amazing.
Good.
Food was amazing. Clap it up for them.
Absolutely.
I didn't get a real heavy meal. Sometimes you be like, I want to still move around a little bit.
Absolutely.
So
a lot of times, yeah.
But shout out to Nina Dogs. Nina got the lamb chops.
Mm-hmm.
Magnificent. You eat lamb chops?
I do.
Yeah. So
that's who had put it together, right? Nina Dawkins, right?
yeah, Nina. Shout out to Nina. Shout out to Lance.
You know what I mean?
All of us.
Lance.
Yeah, Lance Lopez. Yeah,
Absolutely.
DK, the DJ Oxygen, myself.
Oh, of course, bro.
AJ. This
brothers,
is
man.
This is a team effort, man. That's what we do,
Absolutely. Shout out DK and Knox, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
glad you brothers made it happen.
also, a lot of Mexicans are there as well. It's a lot of taco spots, things of that nature.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. I can imagine.
Me and Lee was talking about how, because I think those are ones who come through Texas, but just keep going.
Peace, Saladin. Peace, family.
Peace, Saladin. DDH all day. You know that.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You know it.
But other than that, man, that's what I did last week. That's why we wasn't here. It was a great time. I I really enjoyed. I went to Prince Nashville Hot Chicken. They like the original, one of the original hot chicken spots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure the one I went to wasn't the original one because it was at the outlets.
Yeah,
But,
I seriously
yeah,
got it.
but it was good.
Yeah, I mean, it's suffice for that.
Yeah, it's not
I
at
don't
the
think
outlets.
home of the, original hot chicken
Yeah.
at Tanger Outlet.
That's exactly what they were too. That's what it is, like the ones in AC. Yeah, that's what I was waiting. Tanger, I was waiting for you to say it.
Tanger kind of got it. They be a lot of places.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, but it's just funny, like, cause you're playing, cause it could have been, it's other outlets, but you hit it on the nail, like you've been there before. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Nah, I never been, but I'm glad to hear that you had a good time. You got the experience. You know what I mean? What Nashville has to offer.
Yeah,
and you sound like it's someplace that you would return.
I'll visit again. Yeah, that's like I did, just a couple days, like I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I seen a few videos. You know what I mean? You and Bro on there, doing a little bit of dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
DK definitely.
Yeah.
He got down there and he blended right in with the natives.
He had the cowboy hat on. Yeah.
Right.
Remember that time the cowboy hat was transformed?
I do. So you get tired, man. You get enough rest, man.
Sleep deprivation. How you say deprivation?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
sleep deprivation.
I know
man.
I mess up words, so bitch, I'm just making sure.
You was right there.
You was
right there, super in the ballpark. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's good, man.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but yeah, you did that one.
Yeah.
But
good time.
Yeah. Good time.
Nashville.
Well, let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. How was your week? Your week off from, you know what I mean?
So, I mean, I got the pleasure. I had the pleasure of being able to attend a wedding and, do some videography work there. So I want to congratulate, you know what I mean, the Reyes, the new Mr. and Mrs., AJ Reyes. You know what I mean? Shout out to little sis, you know what I mean? Poke and AJ got married, which is an awesome thing. Clap it up for them, Love wins again. So I had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure of being there to bear witness to that. That was awesome.
Yeah. What else? I'm going to let you keep going.
Celebrated my daughter's birthday.
Oh, yeah. My baby turned 14.
Yeah. I'm not sure when you're watching it, but it was on Sunday. Absolutely. Had an opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Through the week other than that, man, it's just been a lot of, just video editing and doing all the other things that I've been, trying to, hone different crafts and skill sets on. Mm-hmm. Other than that, man, it's been pretty calm. Mm-hmm. Pretty calm, which has been cool. You know what I mean? No complaints.
Right.
No, absolutely. You got a quote of the day for us, brother?
Yeah. Before I go into that, I just wanted to say when you said love wins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, love will win all the time if you're optimistic about it. That's all I wanted to say.
That's
right
a great
there.
point.
Let's just clap it up.
It's an awesome point.
Yeah.
It took.
Yeah.
They had a lot of journey. They had a long journey to get to this point.
Right.
But because, like you said, optimism was present in that situation, they reached this destination.
Right.
So I agree with you. That's a great point.
But the quote of the day, I actually got two.
Okay.
Yeah. We
never have too much optimism.
We ain't had one last week because we wasn't here.
We need some. You can't never have too much positive information.
Exactly. So here's the first one. It always seems impossible until it's done. That's by Nelson Mandela.
I like it.
All right. And
always seems impossible until it's done.
Until it's done. And then the next one, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. By St. Jerome. Once again, I'm going to say them both over again. It always seems impossible until it's done by Nelson Mandela. And good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. By St. Jerome. Right there. Let's clap it up for them right there. And that was bars.
It almost sounded a little Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. But it makes sense what they're saying.
Makes a lot of it. I don't know why I was thinking green eggs and ham. The whole time, like you were saying, it seemed a little bit, but I get it. So Mandela's, I definitely, I gravitate towards both of them, but I definitely agree with what his was saying. I think it was a little bit straightforward.
Yeah. Everything's impossible until it's done.
Exactly. Got a lot of big things coming up. A lot of big things are coming up. You know what I mean? Obviously, dressing the elephant in the room. You got a big vote that's coming up.
Big vote
coming up, and it's a lot of, a lot of things going around. A lot of commercials. A lot of different, clips and reels and all these different things, trying to kind of drive home, the last little bit of time that they have to be able to influence your decision.
Not to cut you, so I want to do this just like you did. I'm sorry. Congratulations. I DJ'd a wedding as well. Friday just passed. Congratulations to the Lesters. You know what I mean? Mr. and Mrs. Dante Lester. Let's clap it up for them. You know what I mean? Beautiful wedding. DK was the MC. We had a good night.
Absolutely. And peace, then, Alexis. Peace.
Then Saturday, I did a party for Sheena Young. You know what I mean? For over there at that you used to work with back then. So happy birthday to Sheena Young. Clap it up for her.
Absolutely.
Her party was fun. It was a costume party. We had a good time. Grown people enjoyed themselves. So those I want to make sure I had shout out because I got to Nashville and stayed there.
Oh no, absolutely, man. So like you said, just recognizing them. Happy birthday and congratulations.
Yeah.
Like you just said, you know what I mean, on everything that transpired.
Yeah.
Just what we've been talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Leading up a lot of reels, lot of shorts and all these different things, videos, trying to just, this last stretch.
Yeah.
So to speak, you know what I mean? Pause. You know what I mean? But to put your mind in the frame of who you're going to vote for.
Right.
Now we've covered that on multiple episodes at this point, you know what I mean? And I think we've addressed it a lot. I've been looking at a lot of different videos, and obviously when it comes to anything dealing with politics, it's controversy can present itself
all the time,
right? And my thing with what's going on lately is that I hope that people are developing their opinions based on research and not based on entertainment.
Right.
I had a great conversation, me and one of our brothers, man. And
peace, Tiff. Peace and love to you as well.
Peace, Tiff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And we had a conversation.
Hold on, P. Hey, T, what up, P? Listen, I'm sorry to shout. Listen, Young Vets is in the building. Clap it up for them. Good brother. Sorry, P. I apologize, guys.
That's that DJ in him, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hold on one more time for what's the name of it? Peace, T. Salute for everybody that's tuning in right now. Appreciate y'all being here with us. But it's the same conversation that's been about politics for the last few weeks. I hope that people are making their decisions based on their own, research.
Right.
And their own things. I mean, there's a lot of things out there that can sway your opinions. I will say that I think on a collective, do vote. Mm-hmm. Do vote. Don't not
vote. Yeah.
I'll say that right now. Where you put it is up to you. Pause. Where you put your vote or who you, that ballot box.
Where you put it,
it's up to you. That's not inaccurate, but it's not what we're talking about either right now. I'm talking about your vote to be specific.
That one would have got past me. I wouldn't even have noticed that.
That's all right.
You said,
well, that's just being responsible.
Yeah.
Owning up to the fact that it came out a little awkward.
Yeah.
So just being responsible. You know what I mean? But anyway, Now my thing is at the end of the day, bruh, I just think that coming down to the stretch in terms of the whole situation and trying to make your decision, be informed, do your research. Don't be led to your decision based on how many videos you can watch that already kind of fall in alignment with what you're feeling anyway.
That's life. That's a lot of stuff. This is why I wanted to do this show, and it's
about optimism.
Optimism, because it's like when you're put it to you like this. I spoke about this before when I was in school getting my associates. You know what I mean? They used to have to make you write, and you had to write a paper that would pretty much. It's like not argumentative, but you're explaining your point, and you had to come up with information to back your point, right?
Little rum tonight, Alexis.
Yeah,
little rum tonight.
Yeah, Alexis.
She said we got to start sponsoring whoever it is that we are partaking in. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. As soon as they let the brothers, do that.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But what it is, we always tend to gravitate to things that we feel is the answer.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's not wrong to be that way.
No, it's not.
Because it's feeding your optimism. However, if you know something is negative, it's some things that's just negative, no way you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
just take your thoughts away from it, because when you have those negative thoughts and have that pessimistic way of thinking,
that's right.
It starts to push you in a lot of pessimistic actions.
Yeah. I agree.
So you want to be optimistic all the time. Anyway.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Wow. And I think too, having access right now is, and this is what I want to say, having access to.
Hey, I wish it was a check, Alexis.
Word. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Alexis, we need to talk to you so we can get this check together.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say we can. You might have to go ahead and represent the brothers.
Yeah.
Close this deal.
Yeah.
We're optimistic about it.
Talk to you about it tomorrow. Yeah. You take care of that.
There you go. So what I'm gonna say is this though, right? We have access to the internet now at a whole different level, right? And there are so many different things. Like before, when we used to be able to actually, have to go and like watch CNN or do some research or sit down and really go about, reading the newspaper to really figure out what's going on. And even in those things were still kind of scripted and kind of navigated in a particular type of way. There were so many things, and I do agree with his brother. We was having a conversation about it. Shout out to my bro. Mm-hmm. You know who you are. We was having a conversation about history and being groomed, right? And being groomed to do things kind of on autopilot because grandma told you, and then, mom told you, and then dad said something. And you kind of take it on, like with this whole thing with the parties, the Democrat and Republican Party, we almost take it on like it's our football team or basketball team. Right. The way that you are, you know what I mean? I'm an Eagle fan, or I'm a Buck fan.
Yeah, I'm a Lamb and Liquor man.
Right. Or I'm a Lamb and Liquor man. Whatever the case may be.
Shout out to Goose.
You take those kind of things on. And so my thing is I think that me and this brother had this conversation. We have been groomed to blindly do certain things, right? How before in the past, they may just say whatever your party is that you support, you just go in that booth and you just select that all the way down.
Just roll your finger down there.
That's it. You know what I mean? So all the way down, boom, that's who you select. And whether you know anything about any of those people or not, we were kind of groomed to just think that way, right? Mm-hmm. It's like enemy versus, it's like good guy versus bad guy. Enemy versus, you know what I mean? The hero of the situation. And like really in all actuality, it comes down
versus superhero.
Right. And like really what it comes down in all actuality is that we have the power and the ability to be able to not only vote for these people, but then to hold them accountable for the things that they say.
Right.
And a lot of times we don't even know how to hold them accountable because we don't even remember the things that they said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't remember until we go back and what happens. Now when you got another election coming up, all these memes come back. But remember what Kamala said just 3 years ago when it was like, no.
Right.
Because they weren't looking then.
Right.
Now it's about the tear down thing, whether it's for her, it's for Trump, whoever the case may be. That situation is different. So I will just say this in terms of it. First off, do vote.
Right.
Before you do vote, do research. And then after you do vote, hold people accountable.
Right.
That way you can be optimistic about the people that you're actually voting for, to which we're talking about now being optimistic, and be comfortable enough to say, listen, this person didn't fulfill the thing that they was trying to, they said that they was going to do. This person said they were going to do X, Y, and Z, not just when it's time to run for something, but during their time while they're in office. While they said, when is this going to happen? You know what I mean?
Right.
So trying to be optimistic, the best way I know to be optimistic, or the best way I know to be engaged into the things that you're doing so that you can make informed decisions is to be informed. Right. That's the point that I want to make on that situation. Right. You know what I mean? So do vote. Do vote. You know what I mean? Do go out there and let your voice be heard. It's your right. You know what I mean? Do not be so swayed by the, I ain't going to call it, propaganda in a sense, but do not be so swayed by the internet that you actually go with another option of not voting at all. Right. Do not do that.
Right. Okay, so.
Off my soapbox on that
one. All right, so I don't really got to touch on voting because you spoke on that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to mess that up. That was all pure. And I don't think I will, but there's no reason to keep stretching that part out because you touched every base.
Stretching parts out.
Yeah, stretch it out.
Stretching parts out.
Stretch it out.
Politics make you do that.
So let me say this to you. Mm-hmm. NBA has started. How you feel about it so far?
I like it. I right when it jumped off, I figured that it was going to
They was gonna do Bronny and
it was going to be a lot of right as they should.
Yeah,
go and let it be done. It's a big deal. I'm not gonna act like it's not. You know what I mean? And after that was done, of course me, looking at my team and stuff like that, seeing how things was looking, I'm glad it's back.
Right.
I'm glad it's back. This is a good time of the year. Me and you talked about this before, brother. Fall is nice. You got football, you got the tail end, the World Series of baseball. And then you got basketball starting the situation. So it's a great time for sports.
They got it. They have it made like that perfectly.
Right.
You got it where it's like, okay, right now, what people gonna always pay attention to football, but the main thing is the World Series right now.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Then when that's in, we gonna take football all the way to the bowl, right? Now, once the bowl is over, the very next week, it's the All-Star weekend for the NBA. Nobody ever noticed that layout. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And after the All-Star break is when the NBA starts to get serious. Then they go on in, spring training starts going around for baseball and everything, right? Mm-hmm. And then the baseball starts to warm up and it gets going to the NBA finals, and then people start paying attention to soccer and baseball in the summer.
That's right.
And now the WNBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Speaking
about the NBA, though.
Yeah.
It's nice to be recognized.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you do good things and, you leave a mark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of the best ways to create some optimistic, viewpoints is to be able to celebrate and recognize those who did some major things in the sport. I believe in democracy.
Right.
I believe that, you should vote.
Right.
I just want to know who had the last vote to vote on the person who made D. Wade's statue.
I knew that was coming.
I'm just trying to figure out. Shout out to D. Wade.
Shout out
for
to D.
handling that the way that he did at the unveiling of his statue.
Yeah.
He looked up and he sees, I'm looking like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
And I said, did he realize he said it out loud?
Yeah. He said it?
He said it.
Oh, they said he had something to do with creating it. Yeah. But he ain't had nothing to create.
Yeah, he did. He was born. Like he was the model. He was the model.
That's not D. Wade, man. Like I said on my Facebook, that's Seal.
So
what was Seal little hit song? Damn, I can't think of it. But go ahead.
I'm not gonna sing it, but I can hear it right now.
Yeah.
Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah, how I went again?
Yeah.
Don't sing it, just like say the words.
I'm trying to line it all up for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kiss by your rose. Something.
Yeah. You know, I'm a freestyle. You remember back in the day? That sound was good. Like listen, the little Armageddon song was on today. I don't want to close my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. Yeah. And I don't want to miss you. Yeah, that's my shit.
Off of Blast when they wrote it.
Yeah. Hey, that's my shit, though.
Yeah. It was
that movie was good,
part?
Too.
The song or the Blast?
No.
Back,
I don't mess with no Blast, man.
From the past.
But now, did you hear what Anthony Edwards allegedly said to Bronny?
No.
Game was over. Hey, Bronny, hey. You ain't even got to get in the shower, man. Them 3 minutes ain't mean shit, man. You ain't even
So, that's crazy. Shout out to my nephew Dean, man. Doing big things right now.
You ain't even got to get in the shower.
Out there right now. Doing what he love to do, man, with that camera work. Nephew, you know what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, man.
Shout out to you, man.
Keep doing your thing, you know what I'm saying?
Proud of you, man.
Yeah, you're only scratching the surface. Big things ahead, you know what I mean? Definitely want to acknowledge that. So, first off, bro, you know what I mean? When it comes to the whole Bronny thing, we talked about it, I'm since we're talking about being optimistic, I'm optimistic that his career can be better if he makes the right choices.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And I think that he happens to have a really good father and a really good system. And I think that they do have a plan. I don't think we get it right now.
Oh no,
because I think our expectation because of who he is,
and that's
what it is.
That's why I do get it.
But I think they have a plan.
Yeah, because how many times have we kept looking to see anybody that's related, right, to the older, to the other one to be all right. Okay, for example, Steph and Seth. Now Seth can ball, but Steph really got the shot. The old big brother got that. Or Gerald. Let's go back to Gerald and Dominique. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But then when you get the sons, you had Mike, and was it Marcus? Yeah, that they thought was going. You know what I mean? I don't think Bronny will ever be like his father, but I do believe he can have a solid career, like you said. So I don't see, because first of all, just like Marcus, and those are the biggest shoes to fill. You gotta. My father was Michael Jordan. I gotta surpass him.
Of course.
My father's LeBron James, and I gotta surpass him.
Of course.
Yeah. So that part is out of my head. It's. But I get what we were talking about before. But the reason why I'm not going to sit here and make a assessment is because I know watching the game we may not see it now because we're lasered in on him, but Bronny was not robbed, but you remember what he went through for his college years, so we didn't really see him on that level. Bryce, I think he's going to go to college for 1 year, and I think we'll see some more because they're just two different players. Bronny's the visionary, pass the ball, you know what I mean, all that type of. Bryce is the one that's trying to dunk on you. You see what I'm saying? And then that to me, one of the best players that's going to be coming up and in the NBA after their father is Melo's son.
Yeah. I was going to say, so.
Yeah, he's it.
So, gift and curse.
Yeah.
Gift and the curse is obvious. Right. The gift being that, your father is who he is and he did what he did.
Right.
The curse is your father is who he is and he did what he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so now the expectations are what they are. This is why I say I believe they have a plan for him. Because everything that you're saying, I think, was apparent before that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, not really having a real college career to really be able to see a lot.
Yep.
Not being in a situation, if you think about where I'm going with it, with the whole thing, like, even the physical attributes are not the same.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's much shorter.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's certain things that you just really didn't see, like Shaq's son, certain way that you just didn't see, like certain things.
Yeah, he signed to the Kings.
Right. So it's like, you got to remember, like, short of being exactly identical to them and having the same path, it was always uphill. Right. So my thing is that I believe that there's a plan. Like, we're going to have a plan for you. Because the expectations are what they are, you're going to need a plan.
Right.
And so I think that it's going to be a great thing. I'm glad to see that the NBA is back because we get to see these guys working together and playing together. But I think at the end of the day, once again, I'm optimistic about his career because I do think that there is a plan for him.
Absolutely.
And in time, we'll start to see it develop.
Right.
It's really, really early. But once again, right now I'm just celebrating the history that's being made of it. I think it's a wonderful thing. And that's just where that's at. You know what I mean? So we'll see where that goes.
And speaking of which, like Pete said he's celebrating.
Absolutely.
So anytime you have a form of a celebration that you need to celebrate and don't know how to put it together, we have a perfect company that can help you out. Let me show you.
Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show. Front and Center Events, once again, for all of your event planning needs. So, like that, we just going to celebrate that. And like I said, we're going to be optimistic about all of it. Optimistic about voting. Optimistic about, Bronny and his career. Optimistic about D-Wade's statue.
Ain't nothing big. They got to do that shit over, bro.
I think so, man. I was trying to be nice, but honestly speaking, what he did for that Miami Heat team, well, that not just that team, but
what he did for that franchise.
That franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's certain people like you can't mess him up.
Some people,
Zoe, it's certain ones.
But some people look at D Wade arguably as third best two guard ever played the game. Some people look at him like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So not even just off the strength of what he did for that organization, just what he did for the game itself. Dwayne Wade, what helped him the most is he peaked early. Like he won that championship early with Shaq.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you could see how good of a player and a person he was. Mm-hmm. Getting Bosh and LeBron later just made it even better for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. We know he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
They probably won't change that statute. But
Ray,
shout out.
Didn't he have Ray on the team at one point?
Yeah, Ray Allen. They was all on the same team together. Yeah. And but just shout out to Will. Will used to stay watching shows. He still do tune in at time to time. But he made a statement. He was like, he still got a statue though. And
yeah, you talking about Wade?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
So the fact that he got a statue means
no question.
So
no question.
Like you said earlier in the show, I said apparently, allegedly, he had something to do with creating it. He was like, it's because it's him.
I mean, yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah. You know what I mean? And handling and design. That's the one thing about an artist. You don't know how they view things until it's created.
Yeah.
And maybe he wanted to make him, Wade when he get old. Yeah. Maybe that's what he's gonna look like when he's like 70. I don't know.
Mr. Jim.
Maybe his thing was, I'm gonna start making statues for when they become stiff like a statue. So then when they bring him out there, he be standing there like this. He be like, and they go, see, that's Wade. You know what I mean? Because honestly speaking, I'm not going to sit up here and talk super negative about it, but it wasn't a very.
Nah, it didn't come out.
It's not a year for statues.
Yeah.
CAIs.
Nah, but see, that was different. AIs is different. No.
Right.
So
we could have picked his up and just carried it around this.
No. Where they put AI statue, they're all small like that.
Yeah.
It's a walkway, so it's just showing you. It's not. It
wasn't something though. Yeah. Should AI statue been small? I understand what you're saying. It has to be in that area the same size as the other statues that are there.
No. I would love a much bigger one. Okay. What I'm saying is, pause. Damn. That shit is crazy. That's bullshit. I would have loved for him to have got a bigger statue.
A much bigger one.
Yeah, a bigger statue, right? All right? I would love that. Right. However, what I'm saying is because it was necessary for that.
Right.
Now, here's my thing. The question is, when you look at these statues and everything, the question that it's really what a person has did. They try to do one for the person who really did something really big for that organization.
That's right.
So, here's the real question.
Okay.
Who really gets the statue in Philly?
Doc, Moses.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even Sir Charles.
Chuck can get one.
Right?
I don't know if he would get one before Doc.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Doc or Moses Malone.
Doc have one? Doc gotta have one though.
I don't know.
At least the one that we talking about the same size in that.
In that same size as that row. Yeah. I'm saying no. What I'm saying if they was putting a single statue out there.
Yeah.
I didn't say that in the question.
No, but I knew you was going with it.
Who in Philly really gets it?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get it wrong. The top three is going to be out of these three.
Yeah.
Doc, Moses, and AI.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
But really, I gotta go with Doc.
Talking about Doc, man.
That's Doc. And
when you say 76 in basketball,
that's Doc. Listen.
Yeah.
And when you seriously think about it, he did something that he got him a championship.
That's what I'm saying. So
him and Moses.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And like you're saying, and then there's other people that was dope, that was big like that. I don't think Darryl Dawkins had the same kind of.
He was a beast though, but
beast.
Yeah.
Tearing back, all that breaking backboards and all that stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff before all of that, man. But to just piggyback off of what you're saying.
Right.
There is an elite group of people that's even in the consideration.
Right.
Everybody can't go. Like, you know,
Right.
you look up, you know, when's going to be Jerry Stackhouse?
I was about to say that. Like a Stackhouse.
I could tell. You didn't already say that. Who's going to be, you know what I mean, Mo Cheeks?
Well, yeah.
I'd give Mo one before I gave, that's crazy. Mo Cheeks. Mo Cheeks.
And he keeps saying it.
Mo, I'll give Mo Cheeks one. Before
I'll give Mo Cheeks one. Before
that's crazy. Show's over. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Damn.
That might be 2024's.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's his real name.
Yeah.
Maurice.
Yeah.
I want to go with Maurice. But no. But what I'm saying is I agree with you, brother. I do think that there's a small group of people that have done certain things for these franchises or these organizations that are worthy of consideration.
Like we could probably go through each team. It's like, all right, with the Lakers. It's like 3 of them out there though. I think it's like 3 of them out there. They had to. You know, they got Kobe, Shaq. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think Kareem might be at Magic. That's like 5.
Jerry West.
Yeah, it's a million.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a logo. Like
the Lakers, it's
yeah,
tough.
It's tough. Yeah.
It's tough.
The Lakers.
But
I always look at the Lakers like the Yankees.
But they've earned it.
Yeah.
I was looking at let me see if you know it. Trivia question.
Uh-huh.
Since the merger in the NFL back in 1970.
Right.
Who's the most winningest organization from 1970 up until now?
Chicago Bears. What?
I need 2 more. You should be able to do it within the 2.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Down to 1.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Thank you, though. I appreciate the love. No, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh yeah.
Who got the most Super Bowls?
Yeah.
So my thing is I didn't realize that.
Well, them and New England has 6.
Right. And it's been in that same time frame. But like, you know, we ain't really pay attention to the Patriots until like when we was young.
No, they was weak. They was weak. They became.
But do you remember any point in time in your life when the Steelers wasn't the Steelers?
Listen, the top 3 teams that people liked in this area, when I'm talking about like mom and pop and them generation, the Eagles because they was local.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right.
And the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
Those 3 teams.
Yeah. So no, I mean, all things being considered, I only asked you that question because you'd have the same thing when it came to that as far as with the Steelers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You'd have the same situation like you got with the Lakers. There's so many people that would fall into that. They still, the immaculate conception. I mean, not an immaculate conception, reception.
Yeah,
that's crazy. There was an immaculate conception though. It had nothing to do with the NFL though. Listen, had everything to do with the Bible.
The immaculate conception
had everything to do with the Bible.
Yeah,
right.
Had no reception though.
No,
apparently.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
no, you're right. So it's immaculate reception. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, it's not the same thing. Right. Sounds similar, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, that's
so it's like, so that's what it is. You know what I mean? With all that being said, being optimistic. Mm-hmm. We got to go into the next, because right now, bro, we can wrap up October. We can make it out of 24.
Yeah.
We can make it out of 24. And I think that unlike we've done in the past and years and all of us, oh, yeah, man, 2025 or whatever the new year is or whatever, I'm going into that situation, focused, locked in, and ready to do what I need to do. We need to start talking about it now. We should have been doing it anyway, right? But I'm looking at you, and I'm seeing you be optimistic with your health. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing you look at it from the perspective of like, you know what? I'm looking at them posts, man. 5:04 a.m.
Yeah.
You out there chilling. I'm trying to get some Z's. You out there like, me going in here, get loose.
Get up, going in.
Get up, going in, warm up. Go ahead and put this work in because I want to be here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Being optimistic.
Right.
You know what you got to do about it. You could be pessimistic and lay there and say, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this. I got a lot of jobs. I work a lot of hours. But you're being optimistic. And, I think that we need to do more of that. That's why I'm glad you came up with this, this title today because we need more of it.
Well,
we need more optimism. We need to be around people who are more optimistically not only thinking, but they talk optimistically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they show up, if it ain't about something positive, they don't show up.
Right.
It's like, what's the name of them ain't here? I wonder why. Because it's non-productive.
Yeah.
And they don't have any faith in this situation. So I kind of like where we're going with everything right now. And I just want to say, man, if you're not around anybody who's optimistic in your life,
right,
you need to change your group.
Change them.
You need to change your group, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've been talking about a lot of different things. I mean, voting is a big deal.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not only voting, though, but, living is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, I understand that being optimistic isn't easy.
Right.
I do understand that. But it's necessary. So find a way to get around somebody if you're not an optimistic or positive thinking person.
Mm-hmm.
Find a way to get around somebody like that. That way you can go ahead and develop some different habits. Because if not, we got a lot more to worry about than just voting for the wrong person, whoever that person may be. We got a lot more to worry about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So we're being optimistic all times, always, yeah. I don't even know what I was about to say. Are you optimistic that Raising Canaan is going to be a good season? Starts December 1st.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's credited to, you know what I mean, the work that they put in leading up into this point. I think after a while you do certain things, the objective is to not lose it, to not mess it up.
Right.
And I think that they've built enough layers on it at this point where if they just stick with how they've been going about things and just, same things they was mindful of the previous years and the previous seasons, I think it'll be fine. I mean, the storyline is going to be what it is, right? We're already accustomed to the characters. So, I'm interested in seeing what it's going to be like. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good series. I think it's going to be a good season.
Right.
Absolutely. It's just so many things going on, man.
Like what?
I mean, besides, I'm trying not to go back to the Diddy thing because it's crazy. Because I walked up on a conversation,
but
I was really not trying to. But I walked up on a conversation, and there's a lot of things that's going on. Let me ask you something.
Right.
And maybe this is the wrong term to use, but since it's the title of the show, I'm just going to use it anyway. Are you optimistic that he's going to get out of jail?
No.
You think he's in? You think it's going to be okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
If people really pay attention,
Mm-hmm.
what they're charging him with and the things that they're saying that's happening, it's crazy. It's kind of weird. But I think what they're doing is trying to build the perception
Mm-hmm.
of everything that we're calling him
Mm-hmm.
is what he is. But it may not necessarily be true. Just taking pieces of things and building that type of story.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a hidden agenda to stop him from doing something, because when he started to speak more about politics, it's kind of like the same thing that happened with Martin Luther King when he started speaking against Vietnam type. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like people are trying to really taking people out like they was doing back then, like assassination and stuff back then.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so like put them in jail.
Yeah. I think it's dual purpose.
Because I really do believe it's the hip hop police, like they said. Because as this whole Diddy situation is going on, they done locked up Lil Durk.
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
All the rappers like Young Thug. It's like, wait a minute, hey, and they trying to charge them all with RICO cases.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that.
I don't know about Durk, but I'm just saying.
Long drawn out situation. Without making a long drawn out situation, for years, the very thing that they were able to create in terms of their art form and music, people made a lot of money off of.
Right.
One way or the other, whether they was using it in commercials or whatever, or just in general. They made a lot of money off of it. One would say, even when you go look at a Bobby Shmurda.
Right, exactly.
When that situation transpired, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of putting it on that for a second. when you hear it, you would say to yourself, okay, so from that point on, every rapper should at the very least consider the fact that we know that they're listening to every one of these lyrics. And we should be mindful. Right?
There you go.
And so we feel like that. You would think that that would be the case, but then a lot of these things have continued to happen. And then when you get to a certain place where they want to turn around and investigate you or look for some of these things to be real, not just song, now I think you're getting what you're getting. So it's like, we know this. We already know that this is what you do. And as long as we can profit from this situation and you stay in a particular range or in a particular place, it's fine. The minute that you seem like you're going to exceed where I'm comfortable with you being, then these things that have been a quote-unquote song, we'll start investigating them as if they are reality.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of that stuff. So I would just say that, I do think that there is definitely a target on certain music. I do think that there's a target on certain industries. But I also think that we have to be intelligent enough to see this and not allow ourselves to be such easy targets.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to do better. We got to do better to be in front of the things that we keep falling victim to. And if we're not going to do any better, then we have to be wise enough to understand that the things that we're saying eventually are going to become an issue for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm optimistic about the fact that I believe that we as a group of people can get beyond this moment if we're thinking about what we're doing.
Right.
And we're not just out here trying to make the next song about, like, bro, they had made a whole, what's the name of that music? Drill music?
Yeah.
I mean, he literally made a genre of music that specifically spoke to nothing but, violence.
Right.
In a specific degree. Yeah. Smoking on this person and doing this on, all these other things.
Right.
So I believe that at some point or another, I'm optimistic enough to believe that we're intelligent enough to make decisions, rappers and all of these type of actors or whoever, that we can see that at some point or another, if we're not conscious, that we can potentially wind up in a bad position. So, I feel like we'll be okay. But unfortunately for them brothers whose names that you mentioned, they're going through what they're going through. And I hope that they come out of it on the other end of it, victorious in the situations.
Victoria.
So I'm gonna wrap this part of it with it before we get into some questions about being optimistic.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna say this, y'all. Life is
not a game. Not a game.
That's what he wants.
That's not a game. Life's not a game.
So
go ahead, my bad.
So life is
what you make it. That's exactly what it does.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Life is a situation.
My bad.
Where you got to remember one thing. We all live them individually.
Right.
Right? We all live them individually. Do not be so easily led astray by the things that you see and the things that you hear.
Right.
Right? Made a video earlier in the week about, last week talking about seasons. We all go through different seasons in our life. Right now we're going through wherever you are and whatever season that you're going through, just know it's temporary. All right? You got to understand that you have to be able to come out of whatever season that you're in and go into the next one. You got to be optimistic about what life has for you.
Yes.
If you become sidetracked to believe that, the life that you're living now is the only life that you're capable of living, then at some point or another, you're going to find yourself boxed in and not being able to do anything positive with your life. So I want to say this before in ending into this situation. If you want to be optimistic, start accepting the fact that life is a privilege and it's a blessing. And it's something that you have to cherish. And if you're not out there operating at your full capacity, what are you waiting for? Get started, and go out there and do what you need to do to be great.
Word is fine.
You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to say on that one, bro.
Yeah.
But we'll get into some questions.
And which ones?
We're going to do Would You Rather.
Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, right here on episode 186, Optimistic. Shut the hell up and let's get started. Let's go.
All right, y'all. Another set of questions. Would you rather? Where I ask E a series of questions, and I'm going to get some answers from my brother, man. He's been real informative and he's been real cooperative, for lack of words. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past self or your future self? Future. Okay.
See, I think those would be a lot of trick questions because you're having a 1-minute conversation, right?
Yep.
With your past self or your future self.
Mm-hmm.
That 1-minute conversation with your past self doesn't really alter your past because it brings you back to present time.
Mm-hmm.
But that one conversation with your future could tell you where it's at, and you may have a chance to change it to get it faster, even though you'll be getting it right when you're supposed to get it.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna say future self.
Yeah.
Not that the past doesn't have a benefit. I can tell you a benefit from the past is if you have done something before that's relatively close to it.
Oh yeah.
You're past you turn around and say, well, we've been down this road before. It looks a little different, but it's very similar.
Right.
And it may be that 1-minute conversation with your past self that kind of changes the trajectory. Just like if you talk to your future self. You know what I mean? You got to figure if you're talking to yourself in the future, whatever decision that was made, you turn around and say, well, I clearly lived through it because I'm talking to me in the future. Mm-hmm. So, and then I also believe it depends on how far in both directions. How far in the past am I going? Like, am I talking to 18-year-old me? Because that conversation, the present me going to lead that. Yo, this is some things that we need to do. Because I'm telling you up the road, and if I met, me 20 years from now,
they're going to be talking.
I'm going to be listening. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to be more receptive to what they're saying. So it all depends.
See, but what you're talking about right there, Pete, is it takes optimism to be balanced like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you just want to know, you want to make the best decisions that you possibly can.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, think about this, man. Your hands.
Yeah.
Your hands, make a lot of money with those hands. You know what I mean?
Hands.
Would you rather them be constantly sticky or constantly itchy?
Ooh, damn.
I didn't say
I gotta be a lizard or just be scratching all the time.
Anybody who's watching,
I gotta go with sticky, man. I can't have that itching shit the whole time. Itching almost feel like a nerve type situation.
Yeah, tingling.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
Something that's permanently itching won't stop.
Scratching. Now you done opened up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna sticky.
Yeah.
I put some gloves on.
Yeah.
But you can't put no glove on to stop an itch.
Yeah. No.
Now you just like your hands is itching in the glove.
Shit itching right now, ain't it?
Nah, but I mean, I'm just thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I wanted to start that off by saying you're a DJ.
Yeah.
You do a lot with your hands in terms of DJing. Could you imagine you trying to DJ somebody's wedding or something like that, and your hands is just going through it?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather shout all of the time or only be able to whisper?
Oh man, damn, I could go with either one for real. I gotta go with shout because it's just some shit I got to be heard. If I could only whisper, you can't hear. Cause the delivery got to be heard, but I just want to go to the library. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to stay away from the. I can't whisper.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally can't. Most of the time when I'm talking, it's loud. I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? All right, brother. You know what I mean? In the spirit of politic conversation and entertainment, would you rather be a member of the Kardashian family or a member of the Obama family?
Obama.
Okay. I'll ask you just on the strength. Why is that your choice?
It has nothing to do with race outside of that, but I think it's a more sound of knowledge and understanding with the Obamas, and with the Kardashians, it's real business like, But if I gotta choose, I think sound like if you're smart enough, you can do anything anything anyway. But if you're just smart in one area, sometimes it can hinder you. Now, financially, they're going to always be set. They just created themselves into a brand, took that brand and ran with it. You know what I mean? But the Obama's a brand too, but it's just that prestige. You know, in the Bible days, it was kings and queens. You know, in our days, it's the politicians. So they're rulers. So it'd be more of that ruler mind.
Hands at you. I
got you. That ruler mind. So the Obamas.
I got you. For the Obamas. Yeah, I agree with the Obama element of it, and the reason why I say it is because I think that I'd rather be linked to people that you look to for leadership in certain situations versus a situation where, you know what I mean, you look for me to, you know, entertain you to some degree. Yeah. There's no shade against the Kardashians.
Not at all.
Between the two, that's the
they're
one
brilliant.
that I would pick.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. In the spirit of Halloween coming up, would you rather be hopelessly lost in an old town or lost in the forest?
Old town or where?
Or in the forest.
I'm not going no forest, man. I don't even know what you talking about. I don't even know. That was stupid as hell.
You know what I'm talking about? It's one or the other, man.
What is it? Say the question again.
Would you rather be lost? Would you rather be hopelessly lost, to be specific, in an old town or lost in the forest?
Oh. I'm lost in the forest. Because, see, here's the thing. No. Oh, no. You said hopeless.
Hopelessly.
So you have no optimism. You don't believe.
Come on, that's why you think I'm lining this up like this now.
So, lining it up like this. Powder. It is. But you line it up. You said it. Nah.
You know
you said it. You said lining it up.
Okay. But you was getting in line in the forest. Or you
no.
said it wasn't gonna be the old town, the old town. So
the old town, because you don't believe, like, that's like a person in a small town mentality.
Yeah.
You know how some people be in the hood just think they're never going to be able to go up the street in the better house.
But they're not lost there. They know where they are. I'm asking you lost in either one of these two. Hopelessly lost in an old town or in the forest.
No, I thought it was just lost in the forest.
It is. Or just lost in the forest. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
but I can see me being lost in the forest. I believe I can get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then which one you picking?
That's why I said lost in the
All
forest.
right, lost in the forest.
That's what I said, yeah.
Okay. What if it's nighttime? No matter?
Got to deal with it anyway. If I'm really lost in the forest, bitch, I ain't going to be lost in there
no problem.
Just 2 hours.
Leads me to this then. Since you're going to be lost in the forest.
Oh.
Okay. Would you rather run into an alien or Bigfoot while you out there?
Bigfoot, man. I think he out there.
Word?
I think he out there anyway.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to see
no alien. These aliens, they going to snatch you?
Snatchies. No snatchies, no snatch back. And they like, are you the one that yells, Shanky? They said they go snatch you right
I'm
up.
over here thinking about that, too. You know what I'm saying?
Shanky.
Would you rather be chased through the forest by a zombie or a lion?
A lion. You know why? Because these things are supposed to be there, P. That's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Bigfoot is supposed to be in the forest with a swamp and shit like that. A lion is supposed to be in the forest or a jungle or some shit like that. But an alien and a zombie, that means it's powder out that bitch, man. I ain't trying to run that powder.
The apocalypse.
Yeah, that shit.
No optimism.
Snow Hill, man.
He said, I'm going to hit and deal with Leo, man. The lion, man.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
You better see Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
The lion. Yeah. You lying.
All right, okay. Have tons of mediocre friends or one loyal dog?
One loyal dog.
Yeah. It's time, man. Like we talking about optimism, right? You know, you get to a certain point, man, mediocrity isn't enough.
No.
You know what I mean? If you not trying to be better than you are, then yeah, go and give me that loyal dog, man. At least he gonna show up, do his job, you know what I mean, and do what he needs to do. Okay. One more.
Got it.
I don't know if you ever watched this show. Okay. Have you seen, I know you've seen one of them, but I don't know about the other. Would you rather be stuck as a character in Friends or in Breaking Bad?
You asked me that. I said Friends.
I ain't never asked these questions.
You asked me that.
Unless they had it twice somewhere else.
They did.
I ain't never been on this page.
Damn, you snorting? They lining him up.
I'm not snorting.
Yes, you did, bitch. You did sound just snort.
No. Went like that, and a little noise came, but it wasn't a snort. You said I snorted. I didn't snort anything. That's why I said nah.
Well, you got something that can stop it. Now.
Last one.
Powder.
As you said,
blow all that shit right up out of there.
I didn't ask the question. You said powder. Captain. Wow. Would you rather be remembered in the history books for doing something terrible, or be completely forgotten after you die?
Just forget about me, because your soul is dead anyway if you remember for something terrible, and everybody believe it. But remember me for something terrible, because at least you remember me. Sometimes I don't gotta be.
Yeah, but because 9 times out of 10, it wasn't terrible to everybody.
Right.
Depending on what the situation was, there was somebody in there that understood.
Oh no. Okay.
Take us on out of there, bro.
Yep, that was another episode of Would You Rather. Right here on the Porch Podcast, episode 186. And we call this one Optimistic. So listen, y'all, we want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight, man. We know we ain't been here in 2 weeks, so we had to come back, and I think it was a pretty decent episode. But if you want to hear us on any of your favorite podcasting streaming sites, that means audio, ones like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Red Circle, anywhere you listen to them. P, where can they see us?
You see us each and every week on Monday, right around 8:30 on my brother's page.
Right.
Let something change, and we'll give you advance notice.
Right.
Other than that, you can catch the repeat of it tomorrow, which is the following day on Tuesday at 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel. That's at The Porch Podcast on our YouTube channel. If you have not signed up or subscribed already, I don't know what you're waiting on. Plus, we need your support. We're trying to grow and develop, and all we need you to do is hit that subscribe button. It ain't going to cost you a dime, I promise y'all. It ain't going to cost you nothing. As we say each and every week, we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate the time. We're looking forward to seeing y'all next one. Y'all be safe and be blessed, and don't forget, y'all, make sure y'all vote.
Vote.
All right? Y'all be blessed, family.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Who on the porch? Let's go.